Mark, we've been working together for a while now, and we always talk about this army of assets with our clients. Can you kind of explain what that means?
Yeah, most people, when they come to us, they have a number in mind. I need $1 million or $2 million or $3 million to retire. An army of assets reframes that entirely. What you need is an army working for you, productive assets that are out there every day earning so you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would a savings account, if I had money set aside in a savings account, is that considered a productive asset?
That is a soldier with a broken leg at the very best. Savings account is really a design that the bank put together to make it easy for them to take your money and have it serve their outcome. Our big passion is getting clients to understand that money is a servant, and it needs to be serving them, not the bank, not anybody else, but them. And the army of assets is this idea that they're out there every day trading their time and effort for earnings, but every dollar that they save and choose not to consume has the potential to become a soldier in their army, to go out there and earn, working 24/7, never complaining, never gets hungry. You don't have to feed it. It's a perfect little soldier. And it's this word picture of building that army in size and strength and earnings power so that eventually it actually out-earns you.
For which we call financial independence.
Bingo.
Yeah. So what about if somebody says the money in my savings account is safe? Okay. Is the army safe?
Well, your biggest enemy is inflation. That's the quiet thief. That's the thing that, as we look back, particularly in the last 6 years, on the back half of the COVID pandemic, inflation is that thief that is stealing your purchasing power. So imagine you have money sitting in a savings account, it's earning 2%, but in reality, your groceries cost 4% more every year. Your gasoline, your car insurance, everything under the sun costs 4% more than it did the year before. What is the savings account actually doing? Well, let's walk through it. It's earning 2%. You're paying taxes on the 2%, so maybe you're left with 1.5%. And everything you buy with that money costs more than it did the year before.
Sure. So inflation is your enemy.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed loser.
So the army that you're talking about, that's stocks, bonds, mutual funds, that sort of thing?
The army that I'm talking about is built for that fight. It's all ownership based. It's the ownership of productive assets that's the key to the whole thing.
Don't those assets, though, fluctuate in value? Like when the stock market crashed during COVID, would I have seen my army, my portfolio drop in value?
You would. Yeah, absolutely. Because here's the fundamental thing about ownership, whether it's real estate, whether it's a baseball card collection, a classic car collection, owning anything means you lose control to market forces. Markets, buyers, sellers, people.
Sure.
People who get scared. People who have their emotions go all over the place. And when people are fearful or very uncomfortable, like they were during COVID, like they were during the great financial crisis, or like they are during any recession, they're going to be willing to pay a lot less for your assets. And you have to understand that dynamic. But the very same thing that makes ownership so volatile when people get fearful is also the most powerful thing. Because it allows us to step in, buy assets at pennies on the dollar when people are fearful. And in the ownership game, it's inflation working for you instead of against you. And that's really the key to the whole scenario.
Yeah, because a lot of people during those events, they're scared and they're selling off. And that's where us as the investor would step in and be more brave and opportunistic.
The way that I would position every client, and this is kind of where our structure is built, is in such a way that they can behave during those storms in a way that's brave and opportunistic.
Sure. So we position them to do that. And that's what we help teach and coach people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is there ever a too late of a time to start investing in building this army?
You know, somebody that comes to us when they're in their 50s or in their 60s, the best thing that we can tell them is they've probably lost a few battles. They've got to keep the war in mind. And if somebody in their 50s and 60s is willing to dedicate themselves fully to that war, to that fight for financial independence, then they can make a lot of progress.
Yeah. So what's the next step if somebody hears this and they say, hey, I really want to work with these guys. I like what they're saying. What do they do?
Give us a call, schedule a meeting, start a conversation. It's not something where there's a product we can sell them that will take care of all the problems.
Slice and dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more of a picture of us walking through life together, making a lot of little decisions over time, but really understanding the power of owning income producing assets, really understanding that yes, you lose control over value in the short run, but what you gain in the long run is real purchasing power. And that's why the income is so important.
Sure.
You know, we tell clients all the time, they say, well, you know, what do you think about gold? Well, gold is really pretty, but it just sits there. It doesn't earn an income. And so unless your timing is perfect, and here's the lie that people believe.
No crystal ball.
Yeah, my timing is going to be perfect. No, nobody's timing is perfect. And I mean nobody, including me. Because timing is never going to be perfect, buying things that don't produce income is very speculative and never hits the nail on the head, at least not consistently.
Sure.
What we want are consistently productive assets that produce income week after week, month after month, year after year, income that can be reinvested to buy more productive assets. And even more than that, the picture of building an army of assets encompasses Social Security, for example.
That's a soldier.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And it's a soldier, more importantly, that grows in value if you wait to deploy it. For every year between age 62 and 70, your benefits will grow by approximately 8% for the rest of your life. Your spouse's benefits are often influenced by yours. There's just a whole cascade of benefits to understanding what each soldier is, what their role is in your army of assets, and how to strategically position them so that the outcome is what we want it to be. The taxes we pay are what we want them to be. If there's a way to reduce it, hey, let's look at that. You know, all of this factors in, and that's where the army of assets really takes over as being the primary focus. It's no longer a number. I don't need $2 million to retire. What I need are the right soldiers in the right position fighting so that at some point I don't have to.
Sure. It's awesome to hear this perspective because I've been at several different firms. And after I joined Water Oak, I really realized what it was like to be a holistic financial planner. It's not just about investments. It's not just about selling a product. It's about walking with people through this life. And there's so many things that could come.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We don't know what they are, and we need to be as product agnostic as possible. We need to just walk with our clients, help them make a lot of good decisions over a lifetime.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll finish it up here. This has been Mark and Ethan with Water Oak Investments. We thank you very much for your time. We look forward to seeing you again.